weeks into war, Israel says it is prepared for another ceasefire with Hamas. A spokesman for Hamas says the group needs some guarantees first. So at this hour, no ceasefire, and the only major power plant in the Gaza Strip has been racked by a massive explosion. With me now, live from the Middle East, is Nir Barkat. He is the mayor of Jerusalem. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for being with me.
Hi, Brooke.
These Israeli strikes started some 3 weeks ago. Your government said at the time that Hamas missile firings absolutely had to stop. We know the attacks have not stopped. Tell me what you've been seeing. Have they decreased?
Well, I think the best analogy I can give you in the States is similar to Al-Qaeda that struck New York in September 11. We have a group of barbaric terrorists that their charter is to destroy Israel. And they're using indiscriminate rockets to fire at civilians. And they're not interested in negotiating a deal. Their deal is to kill as many Israelis as possible. And so working with or fighting with somebody like that, I believe we have to take the approach the Americans took against Osama bin Laden. No deal. The militants, the terrorists, have to be struck, period. And unfortunately, I feel that sometimes the world is falling for trying to create a ceasefire. The other side is not interested in a ceasefire. We're peace seekers. We want peace. We've done that with Jordan. We've done that with Egypt. They're not interested in peace. They're interested in September 11th, in Jerusalem, in Tel Aviv, and all over Israel.
Speaking of peace, though, on the other side, is it not fair to say Israel would like to absolutely destroy Hamas and has been destroying those tunnels, Hamas military leaders' homes, and other places along the way?
Exactly the same way that the US of A went after Osama bin Laden and will go after all the militants that are trying to kill America. I think it's very, very clear. If you don't know how to be very aggressive with the bad guys, you will never be good with the good guys. And we have many Arab neighbors that are peace seekers, and we have to work with them. And we also have to be extremely aggressive against the bad guys that want to kill us, and they're not interested in any deal.
Let's talk about your city. Let's talk about Jerusalem, because it's apparently been targeted for rocket strikes. But from what we can tell, each attempt has been foiled by the Israel's missile defense system, the Iron Dome. And so when you see those missile killers launch and you know you're under attack, Mr. Mayor, what is that like? I mean, are you just simply, are you praying that one of those rockets from Gaza doesn't sneak through the Iron Dome and hit your city?
It actually shows their ethics and values. A third of the population of Jerusalem is Muslim, and a few percent there are Christians. Firing indiscriminate rockets at Jerusalem, it could hit Muslim, Jewish, or Christian holy sites. They don't care. They don't care if they hit anybody, as long as they launch the rockets and create havoc and terror. And thank God, first of all, they missed.
Are they successful in terrorizing, sir? Are you terrorized? Are Israelis living in a state of trauma, as we've heard this word?
Well, thank God, due to the smartness and technology of Israeli inventions, and by the way, strategic relationship and joint venture with America, we have Iron Dome. And thank God Iron Dome is one of the best, if not the best, defense mechanism against indiscriminate and rockets coming to Israel. And they have over 90% success rate. So thank God till today they missed Jerusalem. Thank God they're not that sharpshooters, so they missed anyway. But if, God forbid, if they would have targeted Jerusalem, there's no doubt in my mind that Iron Dome would do the work. And so we feel extremely secure, and in principle, Israelis understand that we have to live our life as normal as possible and not get terrorized. That's the best way to show the terrorists that we're not afraid, and we're continuing with our daily work. All the kindergartens and all of the employees and all the work and all the events have happened, but two of the larger events that we had to cancel a week and a half ago. And Jerusalem and practically most of the country is practically almost at normal. Okay. The only thing I can say that we hug our soldiers. Unfortunately, we're burying our soldiers. We love them dearly, so it's very difficult for us. to see that our soldiers are in the front lines.
Mr.
But
Mayor, I
we
have to
are
cut you off. My
sad.
apologies. The President of the United States is about